Ciao ragazzi, sono Bala, bentornati a Spie del mondo.
Ciao a tutti gli ascoltatori di Unicam, siamo qui alla radio con un ospite d'eccezione oggi, cioè il nostro grandissimo amico Bala. Penso che molti di voi già lo conosciate in realtà e oggi faremo una bellissima intervista riguardo all'India, che è chiaramente il suo paese d'origine, e lui ci svelerà tantissimi segreti e succose curiosità riguardo a questo incredibile paese che ha una storia lunghissima, un'estensione eccezionale, per cui veramente dentro possiamo trovare veramente di tutto. Oggi purtroppo il mio grandissimo amico Nino non è potuto venire, quindi faremo la puntata in solo, diciamo, ma non preoccupatevi, sta bene, tornerà presto a deliziarci con la sua voce. Quindi adesso chiaramente l'intervista sarà in inglese, perché per quanto Bala capisca l'italiano abbastanza bene, ormai sono qualche anno che abita qui, comunque è più indicato fare l'intervista in inglese. So, my dear friend, here we go. So, first of all, we all call you Bala. Exactly. Because this is how you present to other people. But I know that your proper name is actually longer, much longer, and difficult to pronounce.
Yeah.
So, as a very brief introduction of yourself, please tell us your real name.
So my full name actually is Bala Praharsh Gangaram. So
Okay.
it's really hard to pronounce for some of my friends. So I got it. My complete name is Bala Praharsh. Nobody knows how to pronounce it, so I have to break forcefully my name into two pieces, and I call myself Bala.
Yeah, Bala is much easier,
Yeah.
definitely.
As
And
the
okay,
Bala.
so who is Bala Praharsh?
It's like the meaning is like the best person in the man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which means like Bala is small in my language, in the regional language, and Praharsh is in the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is cool. This is really cool. You know, when I think about Asian cultures in general, I'm always fascinated by the fact that names have a specific meaning. Because also here, you can trace some kind of origin to the name, which can be related to some meaning, but actually it's not that direct, you know? Here it's Paul, and because it's Paul, it's not because the meaning is something fancy. Well, I really appreciate this. So you're the best part of yourself.
Yeah. Thanks.
Great. And tell us, what you're doing here?
I study geological sciences. I'm currently third year, and I was about to finish due to some of my age issues. I couldn't able to finish right on time, because even if I graduate, I cannot start my master degree. So that's the biggest issue for me. As you know, like I have started my degree course, Triennale, Sediccianni.
Yeah, and this is impressive. It is impressive, and this is related to the fact that the scholar system in India works differently, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we will talk about it later.
Yeah, okay.
This is interesting. So you had problem. Now, how old are you right now?
I'm 20 right now.
20. So you're so young, man. And you almost finished your bachelor degree.
Yeah.
So in geological sciences. Okay. So well, I would say we can start with some little questions to start,
Okay.
entering the main topic, which is India, of course. And, well, I would start, we talked about India many times between us, so I probably know some things that our listeners don't know, probably. And it is the fact that India is not a whole country, so to speak. It is actually composed of many different regions and cultures. So can you just give us a little insight about this aspect?
Well, yes. Like India is a very diverse country. Like we have like each and every region, every state has a different culture and tradition, languages, especially coming to languages. Even if I want to survive in other part of India, I don't know the other language, especially in south of India. when if you come to south of India, like I don't know, even the Hindi language doesn't work. I mean, only few people knows it, but the rest of the people you have to speak to the younger generations, like they can understand English. So only thing is English works. That works. And if you go somewhere else in southern states, you will be completely disappear.
So I think it's somehow similar to what happens here in Italy, but maybe on a higher level.
Yeah.
Let's
But
say.
comparing the difference between Milano and Napoli.
Yeah, exactly. I guess the cultural difference is more or less on the same level.
Yeah, and also the food.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, this is interesting. Having such an heterogeneous country and growing up in which region? So
I am
at this
from
point,
the region of Telangana.
okay,
And my region is one of the richest region in India, in
Okay.
southern India.
Southern India.
Yeah, and like comparing to the northern states around India, like South India is very advanced. Like we are, like very advanced. I mean, all the states are advanced, but like when coming to the south is completely different.
Okay.
Like we are very good at physicists, mathematicians, chemists. Like we have everyone. Like especially coming computer science.
Okay.
Informatics is the best in the south.
Okay, this is very interesting. And what are the main cities that maybe people know about of your region?
Okay, from my city, there is a city called Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Okay. This city population is 15 million.
Okay.
15 million. I mean, it's like, okay, this is like a huge population for everyone. But for in India, it's just a city.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Because here in Italy, I guess maybe probably the biggest city is Milan.
Yeah.
I think, and it's
Roma.
And Rome, yes, but they are not more than 10 millions, of course. Probably they don't even reach 5 million.
Yeah.
So thinking that in India you have a 15 million city, which is regular, I think for me it's crazy. And you live in this in the city or nearby?
I live in the city.
Okay, so you're used to live in a 15 million inhabitants city.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the traffic is like, if
Hell.
you want to go, it's like, hell. It's just like in Rome. Like whenever you just go and travel in a car, you just go, just meet a friend and just talk in the traffic.
But 5 times more than Rome because of population.
Exactly.
Wow. And so, I mean, I guess for you it's been a real shock to pass from 15 million inhabitants in India to Camerino right here, which is apart from being a small town, it's also
to be honest,
the mountains.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like really peaceful after coming from the city life to the countryside. You don't get used to car honks, the people shouting around, bus sounds, all this. I just escape, mostly I hear early morning the nature sounds when I just go for walk early in mornings. I really love the nature over here.
So okay. So you probably will be more shocked when you will come back to India.
Yeah. It's been 4 years. I never been home.
Yeah. So I guess
there will be a lot of changes.
Damn. Okay. So we talked about a little bit about your region. I would say we can start delving into the India topic more thoroughly. Okay. So the first question we always pose to our hosts is, let's say, concerns the geopolitical and socio-economical aspect of your country. I mean, for example, what type of state it is? Is it a republic, monarchy? This is okay. What is the economic status and the main economic sectors? I don't know, some data that might give a more precise portrait of India to our listeners.
Okay, yeah. So my state, in around India, all the states, most of the states, completely, all the states are democratic government.
Okay.
There is no monarchy. Everyone has the right to vote and they can elect their leader. And
so it works similar to Italy, or you would
Italy,
say
yeah, exactly.
There is some difference.
Yeah, there might be huge difference because of the votes. There will be huge announcements going around the people, people forming groups, crowds, and supporting for this leader and the other leader, opponent leader, and the election day it will be a big event because they're gonna start voting, and this was going to be take so long. Yeah.
So maybe hottest events.
Yeah,
compared
hottest
to-
events.
Okay,
Hottest,
okay.
yeah.
So, okay, Bala, and what about the economic sectors? Because you mentioned that in your country, the technology sector is, of course, one of the most powerful. You say that in the south, the economy is very powerful. But what about the rest of India?
Okay, the rest of India, like they are very good in other innovations. Like for if you go, like there is a place called Surat, which is very famous for the cotton, like for dress.
Okay.
And like also for the wine, we have like Indian wine, which is
Wow.
only one place they prepare this Indian type of wine.
How is it called?
Surat, the place called Surat,
And
Sula Vineyards.
Okay, and the wine has a name referred.
Yeah, it's like Sula Vineyards.
Okay, Sulan.
Sula.
Vineyards. I guess it's just the place. Okay,
Place.
okay.
Yeah. So it's one of the place like we can get like good clothes and everything. And if you go to the Rajasthan, a place called one region, you can find a very good piece of carpet.
Okay.
And here I found the same carpet in Milan when I was 2 years ago. It was very expensive. Like it was not even to the price which I pay in my country. It's like more than double the price of.
Really?
Yeah.
But maybe you mentioned what we call the Persian carpet, Persian tapestry. Because I guess, there is here, but actually in all Europe, I guess, this cult of the Persian tapestry, because it is, I guess, from an objective point of view, the best tapestry you can find in the world.
Yeah.
And so possessing one of these is actually like a status symbol,
Yeah. Actually, like to be honest, like back in the past times, like Iranian used to come India for the trading, and Indian used to go to Iran. Like Iran was one of the friendliest country for us back in the times in the trading sector. So carpet is one of the thing like which has been passed through our
Cultures,
areas and countries, and also like there is a famous dishes, food, and everything.
Oh, okay. We will definitely talk about them because we, as Italians and our listeners, are so interested in food around the world. We were talking about geopolitical situation, and so we mentioned that all the states of India, because actually it's a confederate country, right?
Yeah.
Similar to United States.
Yeah.
And they all are democratic countries, no monarchy, and everyone has the right to vote.
Exactly.
Do you want to, I don't know, delve more into the...
Yeah, coming to the GDP, like gross domestic product of India. Like we recently surpassed one of the best countries in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, like according to the index, the past, we beat one of the very important countries like Germany, Italy, France, and UK.
I mean, Indian economy is
boosting up.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And recently, according to the recent index of past 2023, India has reached the mark of $3.35 trillion American dollar. It was skyrocketing.
I have no idea how much how much it is. I mean, it's hard to quantify.
And coming especially to my city, and gross domestic product of my city is like 83.5 billion American dollar.
Wow.
From city of Hyderabad.
This from only one city that is not even considered a big city in India.
Yeah.
This is crazy. And well, because this is very interesting, the fact that India is boosting up so much, because I was reading something about the history of India these days to prepare a little bit for the interview. And well, I read that India essentially has always been one of the most powerful, there haven't been a single period of history in which India was not on the top something of most powerful countries. And this is crazy, I guess, because even back in like what we would consider the Renaissance period for Italy, Europe, and stuff like that. So let's say second half of the second millennium, India was actually producing like 25% of the overall economic, movement. The total GDP of the
whole world
of the world was for a quarter only due to India, and this is crazy. And for me, it's interesting to see how it keeps growing. like, how would you say that this is possible? Like, what is the main factor that now is pushing this growth, skyrocketing growth?
Well, like the previous times, we were not aware, like what are the things which were like we were like not under the good governance period. The period like the politicians, they were started messing up with the country, would I say. When later there is our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and when he took up back in 2014, India has started the journey like to change to the renovation, like to the best to the best side of India, and so yeah, that's it.
Also because India right now, we all know is very involved into the, for example, nuclear energy. So it's very high tech technology, spaceship, and all the space crews and stuff like that. So I mean, it's really topping all the sectors of technology that exist today. So I mean, this is impressive, really.
Exactly. Like past in the times, like when Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was there was only like he's one of the famous scientists. When during his time there is only one center for launching the spaceships, like to the everything into the sky, to the satellites and everything. But later on, there is also neighboring state of my city. Like there is a place called Andhra Pradesh. In this region, there is like Sriharikota. Like this city, this place has another one. This area is so good for the launching period, like pool and everything. It's perfect area, and he started like there is another starting pool for the launch pad.
Wow, this is crazy, man. And this is something, I mean, we should all consider when think about other countries, how they are growing, how fast they are growing, and all this kind of stuff, because this really gives an insight. I mean, we Europeans, in a way, we are more chilled, meaning we think we are on top of the world for some reason, but we do not consider much the history that was behind that, and we really cannot, I guess, understand the reasoning and the mindset of something living in a country that is growing so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it must be exciting in a way to know that you can go back to India and take part to this wave of growth and contribute.
Like, if I look back, like the time I come, like the time if I go back to my country, if I see a lot of changes during the past time when I was there. It's been 4 years. I was in Italy. Like if I go after 4 years to back my country,
you will
of
notice
course,
lots of difference.
A lot of difference. Even when my friends are here, like whoever coming from India, like recent years, they were saying like India is changing, bro. You have to go and visit. Like you're gonna be surprised, like how we gonna change, how we changed, how we improved.
Yeah, this must be exciting.
Yeah, for me especially, like because I can see huge difference.
This is great. All right. I would say that for the first episode of this podcasted interview, unfortunately, it's over. So right now we say hello to all our listeners. Ciao ciao Spie dal mondo. Come on Bala.
Ciao Spie del mondo.
Yeah, you're the best, man.
Grazie.
Ragazzi, la prima parte dell'intervista si conclude qui. Adesso lanciamo un'altra canzone e vi salutiamo per la prossima puntata. Ciao.